Ever feel a knot in your stomach when you think about speaking in public or meeting new people? That's what we're diving into today. Social anxiety. More common than you might think, social anxiety is that gnawing discomfort and fear that can creep up in various social settings, be it at school or at the office. It's that feeling of unease when the spotlight is on you and all eyes are watching. It's the worry about being judged or scrutinized by others. And it's not just about feeling awkward or shy, it's a fear that can hold you back from experiencing life to the fullest, from achieving your full potential, from being happy. It can keep you from making new friends, from excelling in your studies or your career, from saying yes to new experiences. But remember, social anxiety is not a life sentence. There are ways to overcome it. So, what exactly is social anxiety? Well, let's break it down. Social anxiety is a type of anxiety disorder that triggers intense fear in social situations. Individuals with social anxiety may worry about being judged or scrutinized by others, which can lead to a sense of dread and avoidance of social settings. Symptoms can range from a racing heart and sweaty palms to a full-blown panic attack. However, social anxiety isn't a one-size-fits-all disorder. It can manifest differently in each individual. For instance, Jane might feel anxious about public speaking, while John might dread small talk at parties. What's important to understand is that social anxiety is more than just shyness or introversion. It's a serious condition that can hinder one's ability to lead a fulfilling life, affecting everything from friendships to career opportunities. Now that we know what social anxiety is, let's jump into how we can overcome it. Scene script. Tip number 1, understand your triggers. It's like playing detective with your own mind, except the clues are your emotions. Triggers could be anything: a crowded room, a presentation at work, or even a simple conversation. Identifying these triggers is the first step to managing your social anxiety. Once you understand what sets off your anxiety, you can start developing strategies to cope. It's like knowing the enemy before going into battle. Moving on to tip number 2, practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is all about living in the present moment, without judgment. It's about focusing on your breath, your thoughts, your feelings, and the world around you. It's about accepting your anxiety rather than fighting it. This acceptance can be incredibly liberating. It's like suddenly realizing that the monster under your bed is just a pile of clothes. And that brings us to the third tip: use positive affirmations. These are powerful tools that can help rewire your brain, replacing negative thoughts with positive ones. Think of them as your personal cheerleaders, constantly reminding you of your worth and capabilities. A simple affirmation like, "I am capable and confident," can go a long way in boosting your self-esteem. It's like having a pep talk with yourself every day. Now, implementing these tips in real life might seem challenging, but remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. Start small, maybe identify one trigger, practice 5 minutes of mindfulness, or repeat one affirmation daily. Gradually, as you build your resilience, you'll find yourself becoming more comfortable in social situations. Imagine walking into a room full of people and not feeling like the walls are closing in. Imagine giving a presentation without your voice shaking. Imagine having a conversation without second-guessing every word you say. That's the power of understanding your triggers, practicing mindfulness, and using positive affirmations. Remember, overcoming social anxiety is a journey, and these tips are your roadmap. Moving on to tip number 4, gradual exposure. It's like dipping your toes into the pool before diving in. Gradual exposure involves slowly and steadily exposing yourself to the social situations that cause you anxiety. Start with less intimidating situations and progressively work your way up. For instance, you could start by saying hello to a neighbor, then progress to attending small gatherings, and eventually speaking in front of larger groups. Remember, the key is consistency and gradual progression, not speed. Tip number 5, cognitive behavioral therapy, often shortened to CBT. This is a form of therapy that teaches you to identify and challenge the unhelpful thoughts that lead to social anxiety. It's like having a debate with your own mind. With the guidance of a therapist, you learn to replace negative thought patterns with more positive, realistic ones. Think of it like this. Instead of believing everyone will laugh at you if you make a mistake, you start to realize that everyone makes mistakes and it's a normal part of life. Last but not least, tip number 6, maintaining a healthy lifestyle. It might sound unrelated, but hear me out. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, adequate sleep, and limiting caffeine and alcohol can significantly reduce anxiety levels. Picture your mind like a car engine. It runs smoother and more efficiently with the right fuel and regular maintenance. Exercise acts as a natural anxiety reliever, while a balanced diet and good sleep hygiene keep your brain in top shape, enabling you to better handle stress. Incorporating these tips into your life can feel like a daunting task, especially when you're already dealing with social anxiety. But remember, small steps can lead to big changes. You don't have to do it all at once. Start where you feel comfortable and gradually push your boundaries. These tips are not a quick fix, but with consistent effort, they can significantly help reduce social anxiety. Finally, tip number 7, seek support. It's often said that no man is an island, and this rings especially true when dealing with social anxiety. It can be a daunting task to face alone, but remember, you don't have to. Seeking support from friends, family, or even professionals can be the game changer in your journey to overcome social anxiety. Friends and family can provide a nurturing environment where you can practice your social skills, express your fears, and gain reassurance. They can offer a listening ear, constructive feedback, and a shoulder to lean on. They are your personal cheerleading squad, rooting for you every step of the way. But what happens when your support system isn't enough? This is where professionals step in. Therapists, psychologists, and counselors are trained to help you navigate the complexities of social anxiety. They can provide strategies, tools, and therapies tailored specifically to your needs. They can help you understand the root of your anxiety, challenge your fears, and ultimately, change your relationship with anxiety. Imagine how these supports could transform your academic and social life. No more sweaty palms during presentations, no more skipped parties out of fear, and no more anxieties holding you back from reaching your full potential. Overcoming social anxiety is a process, but with these tips and the right support, you can navigate this journey. So, are you ready to take control of your social anxiety? We've walked through the maze of social anxiety together. We've shared 7 powerful tips, backed by real-life examples, that can help you overcome this challenge. It's time to start implementing these steps in your life. Remember, each step you take is a victory. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to receive more videos like this. Remember, you are not alone in this fight against social anxiety.